Welcome back, everyone. To get started with Rapid RMS, first you must set up your store. To set up your store, first open up a web browser, go to the URL address bar and type in the subdomain level address that you were provided. Once the web page opens up, type in your credentials, hit sign in. The very first time you sign in, you'll see a page that looks similar to this. On this page, you must follow a series of steps to be able to take your first transaction. Let's get started with this series of steps and set up your store. First, click on Tax. Once you're here, you'll notice that there's two tabs. One's a list and the other one's add. To create tax, simply type in the name of the tax, select from dollar or percentages base tax. In this case, we'll choose percentages and simply type in the percent of the tax and hit save and continue. When you're finished creating taxes, go ahead and click next in the upper right corner. This will take you to the next stage in our setup process. The next step in our setup process is the payment step. Here you can create debit, credit, cash, check, account, gift card, Rapid RMS gift card, and other types of payment methods. Let's create a more simple payment type first, and then we'll get into the more complicated ones. Alright, so we'll create a cash payment type. So for a payment name, I'll just type in cash. For payment code, I'll type in CA for cash, and we'll pick cash from the payment type. Ready? And then as you can see, the image changes based on what type of payment that you create, and then simply save and continue. Okay, and we'll go to the list and check if the payment type was created. There it is. So the payment was created, and the next one we'll tackle will be credit card. So we'll just type in credit card, and payment code would be CC for credit card and credit. Okay, and save and continue. We'll go ahead and check. Yes, save and continue. There's also payment settings. Underneath the settings, you can turn EBT on and off, auto batching on and off. Auto batching depends on what type of device you have. And the gateway. Underneath the gateway tab, you'll find settings that you can adjust for your gateway. This will depend on the device that you choose to process credit cards with. For example, if you use a PAX device, then you'll select PAX. Then for the payment mode, you'll select live mode and then simply hit save. But if you decide to go with BridgePay, which is the device that attaches to your iPad, you would simply fill this information out and hit save. If you're setting up Rapid RMS for a gas station, there's one more gateway that needs to be filled out so you can accept credit cards at the pump. Underneath the gas gateway tab, you can select the proper gateway information and fill out the information that is required for that particular gateway and simply hit save, and you'll be able to process credit cards at the pump. Once you're done setting up all your payment types, simply hit next and we'll move along to our next stage, which is departments. Over here, you'll notice there is a department called Unassigned Department. The unassigned department has been created for you by default. Simply ignore it and move on to create a new department. To create a new department, click on the Add button. Here you will be able to fill out information to create a new department. First, let's click on a department type. Figure out what type of department you're creating. For example, we'll be creating a merchandise department. For the department name, we'll go with whiskey. For department code, we'll type in WHSKY. And for profit margin, this is where you can assign a default profit margin for your department. Also, by clicking on age restriction, it will give you two options, 18 plus or 21 plus. For alcohol, depending on the law, you select basic age requirement. This will prompt the cashier at the POS station for age verification. If your department is a payout department, simply click on payout. Remarks. So the functionality of remarks is it allows the cashier to type in a note on a particular department. So for example, if you're not using a particular department so often, but when a cashier uses that department and you'd like to see some sort of a note on it or something, you simply click on remarks, which prompts the cashier to type in a basic note on that. Next, we'll go to the settings. We'll type in tax applies in price, both, or fee only. So we'll go for price and for department tax. This is where you select how much do you want to charge on the department tax. For example, over here we have two different tax levels. We have high and then we have low. We'll go with high, and you can also assign multiple tax levels on each department. You can also pick high and low. As you can see, I've just selected on both of them, and you simply click on save, and this will save the department. Once you have created all the departments that you wanted, simply click on skip all. You will be taken to an overview screen. Here you can see what you've completed and which steps you have skipped, and as well you're provided with two QR codes, one to download Rapid RMS application and the second one to download the customer display. For now, we'll just go to dashboard. Well, you've completed your initial setup, and we'll see you next time.